Hey Libra, welcome to your reading. Don't forget, if you're ready to meet your spirit guide, I put together a free meditation for you to meet them. I'll put a link to that in the comments below. And I also go live Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time with High Vibe Mornings followed by free mini reads. Without further ado, Libra kind of looks like the core of what you're going through right now. It's that it's a little bit of like a waking up process into recognizing the value and the importance of love, but not only the value and the importance of it, but that it's like worthy of your time investment, that it's worthy of more work, it's worthy of investing in, and it's kind of a little bit of like letting go of that unconditional love. If you really loved me, you would like me just as I am. But you're starting to recognize that love is about like getting to know the other person and recognizing that, oh, they operate better when they get 15 minutes of cuddle in the morning. So you may not need that, but you're recognizing this person, the long-term longevity of this relationship with them is worth that investment. So you're just like really waking up that it's like worth getting to know them and like what they need to be at their best. It does kind of look like how it's like playing out in your day-to-day life though. It looks like there's a little bit of like confusion of like how to best go about that, because it really just kind of looks like Libra, like that image of that picture perfect relationship, the I just walk in and they're so happy to see me, and that if you were the right person for me, it would just flow and it would just fit. Well, it's really more about if they're the right person for you, that when there's conflict, resolving the conflict is easy, but you still got to make the time to resolve the conflict. So you're definitely just kind of confused about how to go about that. I want to pull an advice card, but I want to go into your recent past energy first. It looks like in the recent past, you did try things and you put in effort, but it kind of is starting to feel like wasted effort. But that's when, Libra, it's kind of like, you know, the book, The Five Love Languages. You need to get to know the other person's love language and what the other person wants. Because everyone needs all five love languages, but there's two that tend to be your dominant one that you like. Are you more of a quality time person? You want to go on long walks together? Are you more of a physical affection person and you want to be like held often? Are you more of like, you like those spontaneous gifts and that's when you feel most loved? So it's kind of like you were, okay, I'm ready to show them more love, but you were showing them love in your love language, how you receive it. So it's kind of like, you're like, what the heck? I cuddled her a lot more, and she's mad at me that I didn't buy her a gift when I was away on vacation. But someone who has that gifts as their love language, for them it's, oh my God, they thought of me when they were away, and oh, they got a gift that I actually truly like. That means they are paying attention. Um, so it's just kind of like recognizing that. So I want to pull a couple advice cards because you seem a little confused about how to go about it. Okay, the advice was you're feeling like be optimistic, be hopeful that your relationship is going to get better, okay? And that it is worth the investment, but it's like being okay that it's going to be like a little bit of a rocky journey for you to get peaceful. It's not like it's just a snap of the finger that because you're now ready to invest in it more, that like the other person is going to be immediately, oh my God, finally, babe, I love you. I've been waiting for you to cuddle me more. There might be a little bit of a guardedness of like, what? Like now you want to spend more time with me? Like you've been ignoring me for 5 years and now you want to spend more time? So it's going to be, you got to recognize that the other person has emotions that they're working through too, and that as they become vulnerable and open up to you, that they're going to have to move through emotions, right? And if conflict comes up, you might retreat, find your answer. You're gonna have to move through your own emotions. And it's like when you come back, it's recognizing that it's more of a question like, hey, I've had time to think about what we were talking about. I'm ready to speak about it. If you are you? And they might say, I need another day or two. So it's kind of recognizing that like both of you are gonna have emotions to process as you go through this, rebuilding the relationship and making it stronger and strengthening it. And then it's knowing that it kind of seems like the other person also doesn't fully know what they need to feel loved, because it just kind of seems like there's just a little bit of a void. It hasn't been nurtured, you know, like a plant that needs to be watered twice a week and it's only been being watered once a week. It's not like just because you water it twice in 1 week, it's back to full bloom and green, right? You got to trim off some of the old leaves and you got to water it consistently for like 4 weeks. And then you're going to start to notice a bigger difference. After 2, 3 months, it will be full foliage again. And so it's recognizing that the person might say, I think I just need to be cuddled in the morning for like 15 minutes. That would be a great way to start the day. But like after a week or two of trying that, it might be, actually, can we try cuddling at night? So it's just kind of like, just be prepared for that journey. But that's what's ultimately going to make it a really strong relationship between the two of you. Okay, so it kind of looks like right now, right now your work is fine, your career is fine, your business is fine. You're definitely hitting like a prosperous time, but I think like that's what's opening you up to have more mental bandwidth to like now be focusing on your relationship. Because it's because I'm just gonna repeat myself. Because you have more mental bandwidth now, it is time to like focus on your relationship and like just kind of feel rest assured that like your business or your place of work, your money making activity, that's kind of like on smooth sailing for a while. Yeah, it's on smooth sailing. It is definitely time to focus on your relationship. You just got to be okay with that journey. And just using the typical, like the person who goes to work versus the person who stays at home. Maybe you were like so focused on work that there was a little bit of like ignoring the family and like, well, isn't that what she's for? But she's been dealing with like the kids and the toddlers feeling ignored for, 2 or 5 years, however long it's been. And from your point of view, it's just like, well, now the money's fine. Now I have our future set. Like, why aren't you loving me? So it's just kind of recognizing that it's like, well, they've been feeling like ignored and not like a priority. So that's why they're not like, oh my God, babe, I've been waiting for you to have more time to spend with the family. They're having a little bit of like you want to spend more time with the family? Like, whatever. Let's see if this is real and legit. So just be okay that they're gonna, like the plant, you have to water it a good 2, 3 months at its proper watering schedule before you expect like all the foliage to come back, So just, they need to see that you're gonna be consistent. So going into the near future, it's like you're just gonna have this moment where you recognize that you don't know everything that you need to know to make your relationship right and make it like really, really good. So you're just going to have that humbling moment where you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what to do. I need outside help, which might mean maybe there's a relationship course, maybe there's a book, maybe there's just like a, hey babe, what if we sign up for a cooking class for like an 8-week series? That way we have a once a night guaranteed date night where there's no work on you, there's no work on me. We just have to get to the place. They set everything up. You're just going to like recognize that it's not just about you saying, hey babe, I'm ready to like hang out more, love me, that you're gonna be, it might even be like a spiritual thing, like a universe guide me. But now that you have that mental space now, you can receive the inspired ideas for go shopping for her, take her shopping, so it's just kind of in the near future, you're gonna have that humbling moment where you're like, I really want to feel that passionate spark with my person again. And I need help. So that's a good moment to have. It kind of looks like your personal power this month is really about being willing to let go of the old pattern of how you thought relationships should work. This is like the cycle's kind of coming to an end, and you're really letting go of like a pattern or limiting belief in relationships where relationships are hard work. Or it's kind of like that, I want to say like that chaos energy. Some people really like that chaos, like we fight and we make up, that's the passion. Like that cycle's coming to an end because you're starting to recognize, I think it's the other person has more of an energy of, it's not about that passion. I don't like when we fight. You might like when we like fight and passion and kiss and make up, but I just want to be, babe, you're home. And so the happiness and the feeling of loved, most like from the old one I said, it tends to be from the every time we fight, we always come back together. That's how I know we're a good couple and they love me. Um, but the other person is like it's like no, I'm going home to someone who's just happy with the life that we spent time crafting and creating together, with the routine that we spent crafting and creating together to make sure it works for both of us. So instead of like a little bit of a fight, like, babe, why are you late? But I brought you flowers, like that whole kind of love story business. It's about leaning more into that life story, that it's like, baby, you're home. I made your favorite food. But that's maybe because you realize instead of that flower passion romance, maybe you just realized, oh, she needs like a 2 hour a day babysitter to watch the kids while she like cooks and cleans the house. So it's like that life story we really integrate really well on the day to day, but that takes that time and that, hey, is like it going well for you? Is there anything that could be done differently for you? And instead of just dismissing it, like, you don't need a babysitter 2 hours a week. It's like, okay, well, let's try it. Let's see how it goes for 2 weeks. So you're letting go of that up and down. We kiss and make up into a, no, we spend the time to talk so that we can plan out having that peaceful week where it is like, oh, babe, I missed you. I'm so glad you're home. Um, Okay, it looks like in terms of outside influences, well, I will tell you, like, the person wants a relationship with you, but they're just like, look, it's a big old desert card, right? So the other person's just feeling like a little, like, whatever this has been between you two, they're definitely at a, well, I guess this is as good as it gets. I guess this is what, married life is like. So they've definitely just hit a little bit of a, I don't want to fight for what I need or the passion anymore. They just kind of pulled their energy back a little, not all the way at all, but it's just like a, I can't fight it anymore. I'm just going to kind of like resign that, like, I do want to be with them. And I guess maybe I'm expecting too much out of them. So it's just, I hope that helps you to just recognize, Libra, that the other person's just in a little bit of a, maybe I was expecting too much out of it. Maybe I need to find peace and happiness elsewhere. Maybe I need a girlfriend. Maybe I need a yoga class. So that's why, like, I think when you're gonna come with that, hey, I'm ready to hang out more, you're gonna be met with a, oh, okay, well, I'm going to my yoga class. Because they've had to, whatever you guys have gone through, they've had to find that peace and contentment on their own. Um, but don't worry, like, you guys can definitely work through it. And I gave you a good bunch of tips, so you should be able to work through it. In terms of your hopes or fears, interesting. So your fear is that, oh, she's not as passionate about me as she used to be because I'm not making enough money for her. Or, you can switch the genders, okay? You're just definitely like, oh, it's because I can't take her to the Maldives. I have to, take her to Costa Rica. So there's just a little bit of like a, oh my God, I'm just never going to be good enough for her. I'm never going to make the kind of money she wants me to make. But it's not about that. I mean, I think I'm giving you enough of tips in the read for you to recognize that it's not about that at all. So just be aware if that fear comes up, just recognize it's the other person wants like connection and needs to see consistent effort on your parts to connect. It definitely looks like at the conclusion of this reading, the end of this month, or until I do your next reading, there is going to be a bit of like, not a full rebirth because it's the Seven of Embers, it's not the major arcana card, but there's definitely going to be a little bit of like a reawakening of like a, oh my God, I get it. I need to prioritize what she needs and take it seriously, not dismiss it. If she says she needs help at home with the 3 kids, I get it. She needs help. What kind of help do you want? Do you want us to start doing grocery delivery? Do you want us to maybe like order out food a little bit? Or do you want the nanny? Do you want to take all the kids to daycare twice a week, 2 days a week? Like, you're definitely going to have that moment where you go, oh, I haven't been fully listening. And then just remember what I said earlier in the read, that's going to be a little bit about like feeling hopeful, but then a little bit of, you're going to have to kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like, okay, babe, for the next 2 weeks, let's commit to getting you someone in here 2 hours a day. Let's see if that makes your day better how you thought it would. Okay, so it kind of helped here, but it didn't help here. Well, what if we tried this? Like, that is going to be, if you do that for like a good 2-3 months with your person, that's what's going to build that peaceful, long lasting, we made it together, we made this life, that we feeling you're looking for. And that, baby, thank you so much for caring about me. Like, thank you for hearing me that I did need a babysitter 3 days a week, and I did need to take him to daycare for like half days twice a week. I now can go to yoga. My body's looking better. I'm feeling better and sexy. Thank you, baby. Right? So it's just recognizing that it's going to be that little bit of like a work. Okay, so I hope that helped you, Libras. If you want to meet your spirit guide or master the law of attraction, I put together a free meditation and a free mini manifesting course. I'll put the link to that in the comments. If don't forget, I go live Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time with free live mini reads. So come hang out. I look forward to helping you however you guys would like to be helped. I'll also link to personal readings in the comments down below. Lots of love. Bye, guys.